Fishing in March is hard. Even when the weather allows, it is quite tricky to catch the fish, but we got the skills, we've been practicing, we got some good bait. Let's give it a go. I called this my operations box the other day, much to everyone's amusement. Right on low tide, so things like razors or cockles or something like that, I know that might be something their fish are feeding on. Oh, it's actually quite mild, it's blustery. We got gusting at 25 mile an hour, these winds, but we've lost that cold easterly sort of weather. Let's have a look here. Some bigger hooks there on the, so size 2 on there, clipped. So we're going to set up both the continental rods, some Cascade rigs. We're going to change the bait a bit today. We've got fresh lug, gutted, ungutted lug, frozen lug, but we've also got some razors, because I know we've had a little bit of a breeze pass through. It does churn things up, fish might be after those. And we also got some little sprats as well as some blueies, so we'll give that a go. Some sand eels as well. Going to tip that with the tail of the sand eel there. Oh, it's quite blustery. This is a pulley rig. We've got a 5.0 hook on there, and we're just going to put a bigger bait on there. I'm going to put some of those sprat sardines, fish baits on there, and a worm. And you cast a reasonable distance with here. You can clip that back on to the lead clip. There you go. Do you need sunglasses today? First lead, that 125 gram lead, was holding bottom pretty well, so we'd replicate that for this next pulley rig. Just a quick reminder, it's the bit with the bead, the bit that moves on that pulley, is the bit where you want to put your main line. That's the main line up there, and then the pulley bit. The weight goes on the other clip, and then bring the hook with the bait down. So the bait's come back. It looks like it's been eaten, so I'm just going to pack this with a fresh lug. That's the one with the guts in it and some other lug there. Just pack it out a little bit. So no fish. I've got to the part of the session where it's really frustrating and we're not catching anything. It's lovely to be out here, don't get me wrong, but I just want a little knock on that rod, maybe something like a dogfish. It's all very well saying it's nice to be out here, isn't it? It is nice to be out here. Still no fish. So what do you do when you're not catching? You can move, obviously, change the baits, change the distance, change the size of the hooks, have an appreciation for that change in tide as well, because when the tide changes your luck can also change. Here though, we are at that prime time to catch anything. As I turn the camera around and look at the rod tips, possibly a whiting. We'll have a look, shall we? I'm not getting too excited, it's only not a bass. Well, I said it wasn't a bass, but we have, at the very least, we've saved the blank here. As you can see, we have a flounder. So 31 centimetres. I was just about to say that's gone in nicely, but I've now hit the camera with it. So we're packing this lug on now. We've had that flounder. Everything's a little bit harder in the wind. I'm going to put these Cascade lugworm in. Well, a flounder. Got to be quite happy with that. It's 25 centimetres, so that is a keeper. And I think what I might do is cook it. We'll give that a little taste. They're not as nice as the dab that we've had before, but there is enough there for a tea, for at least for our tea tonight. So yeah, great stuff, flounder. And they do like the rougher weather and after a storm and what have you, those flounders. So back in again, we'll keep going. As you can see, I've perked up a little bit because we managed to catch. With that tide coming in quite quickly, I'll loosen off both the spools and then pick up the rod rest and the rods and just walk back up with those tips in the air. Not forgetting to tighten the spool, because if you don't tighten the spool again, then this happens. Good thing about these Continental rods is you can actually feel not just the continental rods, but because of the braid on here, you can feel when feel the actual shingle hitting the line in the surf, and the difference between that and a bite. Some weight on here though. Dug into the shingle, no fish. Nothing. Really looking forward to April now and May, where we can chase those stormbacks, and of course the arrival of the bass in numbers to our coastline, hopefully. If you do like bass, then check out that video there and that video there, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.